Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to beautiful Chiang Mai. I'm coming to you from a gas station. Yep, I stopped here to get some gas and thought I would share a story with you about something I witnessed and my thoughts on it, as well as transportation here in Chiang Mai. I'm gonna walk around here a little bit, show you. This is one of the tour buses. They stop off at the different stores, and there's a place where you can get juices there. Got a restaurant over there. I guess they're on their break here. But this is a plaza, one where I stop at often to refuel. Some of the best coffee here that I've seen. A little bit of everything. Swadee cup. There we go. There's all the tourists enjoying everything here. Ooh. All right, so the story I want to share with you is that a little over a week ago, I'm riding on my motorbike, and this motorcycle, scooter, motorbike, whatever you want to call it, he flew past me. I'm going about 50 kilometers an hour within the speed limit, but he flew past me, and we're almost at the mall area, Central Festival, the mall, and all of a sudden, this car, he's in the far left, and he's riding in the lane, which most motorbikes do. They're riding in the lane, not one of the two main lanes. So he's flying, and just then a car without a turn signal that I saw kind of turned. It turned, and he ran into it, and I watched him flip over and hit the concrete. The police came. He wasn't wearing a helmet, you know, and so I don't even know if he made it. But it was really a sad sight to see. And so that's what I want to talk about today, motorbike. Should you rent one? Is it dangerous? What are my thoughts on it? So if you watch my video on transportation, we've been here for about 6 months. I'm gonna show you this road right here. This is the highway. Kind of give you an idea of the traffic. So it's slow right now. It's about 4:30, so it's not too heavy. So anyway, I've been riding a motorbike here for about six months or so, and I enjoyed, and I've had my share of close calls. But my thing is, the numbers are scary. So according to the Thailand accident data center, in 2022 there were around 15,000 lives lost on the road. 15,000. There was over 900,000 injuries reported, and then I think a year later, 2023, there was 144,000 accidents reported in Thailand. Now, for a country, that might not sound like a lot, right? But here's the thing. Thailand is about 75% the size of Texas. So it is not a large country. So, and just one death is one too many. So with that said, you know, what is the cause of these accidents? Well, according to the data, the article I was reading also, you have a combination of intoxicated or drivers that are impaired on the road. You can have poor road conditions. You can have a lack of experience, and that does play a role. So, you know, some of those things we can't control, right? Poor road conditions, the weather, you just have to be careful. But what about driving under the influence? You know, it happens, and it happens here. You get into the old city, Neiman area, there's a lot of parties going on, people jump on motorbikes. Don't do it. It's very dangerous. And the one that really concerns me is the one that is a lack of experience. Now, what I mean by that? So I've rented from 4 different companies since I've been here. And not one company asked me for my international driver's license. I had one lady go as far as to kind of show me how to ride the motorbike. And I let her go through, you know, the motions about how, even though I knew how to ride one. And I see people rent all the time. They don't pull out any, they pull out their passports. You need your passport to rent a motorbike. But how many people are getting on the road with no experience? And not only that, you're in another environment where maybe you're not used to riding on the left-hand lane. So now you have to think about that. You gotta worry about everyone in front of you. You're sharing with cars. It can be very dangerous. So I say that to say this right here. If I was coming to Thailand and I did not have any experience riding a motorbike at all, I wouldn't rent one. To me, it's not worth it. To me, there's so many modes of transportation, and I've talked about those modes of transportation before, from tuk-tuks to Grab, which is like Uber back in the States. You know, you have regular taxis. You can rent bicycles and ride bicycles if you're living in the city. But as for me, I had some motorcycle experience, but I also had another advantage. Being a cop for 25 plus years, you know, I went through all types of defensive driving training every year, and I think it serves me over here now. Also, I've been in high-speed pursuits. I responded, unfortunately, to motorcycle accidents. One of the worst things you can hear is a call vehicle, a car versus motorcycle. You know, one of those calls right there. And so I've seen some of the mistakes that people have made while riding motorcycles. I've seen cars that have turned right in front of motorcycles. I've learned to anticipate what people are going to do and not take for granted that people are going to do the right thing. And so I just think that's very important. But what about you? Down in the comments, let me know, have you ever been to Thailand, first of all? Have you rented a motorbike here? And what was your experience? I'd just like to hear what you have to say about that. And so, with that said, I love that my wife and I, we were able to purchase a car. But also, there are times of days where cars are, you know, not the right way to go because of the traffic. This is interesting right here. We're just talking about accidents, and there's an ambulance right there at the gas station. Is that ironic or what? So I had rented a motorbike and I was paying, I don't know, what was it, 3,750 baht a month, which is about $108 a month. And I think I started renting during high season, you know, so that's not bad at all. But here's the thing, you know, I have a budget that I like to stick to. If I can purchase something and not have that monthly payment, I think eventually it will pay for itself, you know. And so I wanted to buy a motorbike, and that's what we did. So one of the motorbikes I wanted to rent was the Honda Click. And the Honda Click is probably the motorbike that I rented the most. I think 3 out of the 4 motorbikes I rented while I was here was a Honda Click. And the new Honda Clicks were so slick, you know, beautiful, kind of that muscle type look. And that's what I was going to get. Now here in Thailand, you can get pretty much anything you want. Yeah, Yamaha, Kawasaki, BMW, Harley Davidson. And so anything you want, you can pretty much get. But I wanted that Honda Click. I went to the Honda dealership, and they were expecting a delivery the next day. So I decided to go into town and look around. I may go get a used one. That'd be a lot cheaper. But I went by this Yamaha dealership, and I went inside just to take a look around, and they had some beautiful motorbikes there. The Yamaha NMAX, I think it's called. It's one of those kind of tough looking, you know, scooters that looks like a powerful motorbike. And I was thinking about that one, but then I came across this one. It's a Yamaha Grand Filano. And at first I didn't think it was me. I'm like, no, it's kind of like a scooter. But then I got on it, I took a closer look, and I tell you what, man, I loved it. And I'm going to show you what I bought. So this is it right here. And it is very red. The reason why I got red is because I also want it to be visible on the road. And what I like about it also is blue core hybrid right here. And so it's also a hybrid. It is very, very quiet. And I tell you, I'm at the age right now where I want to be comfortable when I ride. And so the bottom line was, it was about comfort. And they also threw in a free helmet with it also. But it's a pretty sleek motorbike. This right here is a bonus. There's also, I don't know if you can see this or not, but phone charger. You can plug your phone charger in there. And right here is where you can hook your bags. If you go grocery shopping, you can hook your bags into there. That makes carrying things a lot easier. But also, let's put that in there real quick. Open, and the seat, underneath the seat here, oh, that's her to hit the seat. Open the seat up here, and that is a lot of space in there. So you can carry a lot of stuff in this one right here. Here we have the fuel. You hit the fuel here, and that opens that up. But what I really like about this is when you turn it on, I don't know if you can see this, but it says welcome aboard. And when you turn it off, it says see you soon. So it's almost like riding a Tesla motorcycle. But like I said, very quiet, very comfortable. It was a really nice purchase. I'm glad I did it. Also, let's talk about cost and the process itself. And so I had to take in what's called a certificate of residence. And my visa agent got that for me. I'm working on my retirement visa. So that resident certificate pretty much says that you are either part-time or full-time resident here. And I had to take that and take it with me to the Yamaha dealership. And we worked on a price. I think I paid about 2,046 American dollars for it when it came out. Baht wise, I want to say it was around 72,000 baht. And the reason why I went with a brand new bike is I've just heard some stories where, you know, people buy used bikes and yeah, you can get it checked out by a mechanic. You may end up getting a lemon, first of all. And second of all, I plan on being here for a while, and I know that even after 2 years, these bikes are going to hold their value pretty good. But I didn't want a monthly payment, which I don't think I could have anyway, being a foreigner, to have it financed. But I'm very happy with it, and I want to say I got about 300 kilometers on it right now, and it's just a joy in the morning to get out, and man, when that sun's coming up and to see it just over the mountain, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about why it can be so dangerous, how you can die in Chiang Mai just taking a vacation, jumping on a motorbike, not knowing what you're doing, and end up getting yourself killed. I've heard stories of people who are very good drivers. One of the guys that I rented from, who owns a shop, I went to shake his hand. He couldn't shake my hand because a car pulled out in front of him, and he couldn't stop in time, and he went over the hood of the car as well, ended up breaking his hand. But this channel really is about just giving you tidbits of information to help you out. You come over here to either move or just to visit. So that's all I got for today. Just want to share that little story with you. Folks, please like, subscribe, share if you would. I want to keep this channel growing 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I want to look back and I want to remember all of you, not just the ones that jump on board, once I go viral. No, but really, I want to thank you because there's so many channels you can be out there watching, and you're watching this ones. So I will see you in the next video. And I think I'm going to talk about health insurance, how that went and why it's so important. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you, and I'll see you next time.